Did you know in Avatar, James Cameron took a big gamble with his director's fee? This was James's first directional feature since the Titanic back in 1997, which stood as the highest-grossing film of all time until Avatar came out. Well, 20th Century Fox was worried about having the same issues that Titanic had. James had production overruns and costly delays while filming Titanic, so he promised to forego his director's fee if Avatar ended up flopping. It didn't. Did you know in Skyfall, Daniel Craig has pudgy hands in one scene? In the scene with the Komodo dragon pit, Daniel Craig actually has pudgy hands. During filming, Daniel went into town and found a pair of gloves that he thought was fitting for James Bond. Later on, Mendes realized that they didn't really work, since the gun only shoots when it recognizes his fingerprints. After finding out how much reshoots would cost, Mendes decided to simply CGI Daniel's hands back to normal. Did you know in X-Men First Class, it ended up being more of a hassle than expected to keep the trees going throughout shooting? Since they filmed the scenes in December, the palm trees kept dying, so the crew set up space heaters to try and keep them warm enough to stay alive and green. They hid them all over the beach, but eventually, set dressers simply had to go around and spray paint the dying palm trees green to keep up appearances. Did you know in Sonic the Hedgehog 2, Idris Elba was ecstatic about playing Knuckles in the film? Idris Elba is actually a huge fan of video games, and he said that getting the chance to play Knuckles was actually mind-boggling. He even used the character's origin story as a way to develop his voice. He sees Knuckles as a warrior from his tribe who has no sense of humor and not the best grasp on English. Remembering those facts, he created the sound of Knuckles as we now know. Did you know in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, we almost got to see Tom Cruise play a beloved character? There was talk of getting Tom Cruise to come in to play a variant of Tony Stark, but Kevin Feige told Waldron that this would be impossible due to Tom's commitment to filming the new Mission Impossible movies. Natasha Lyonne was also in talks with Scott Derrickson for an unknown role, but when he left due to creative differences, those talks stopped as well.